We actually have quite a bit of need within Boulder County, even if people outside might have the image of Boulder being entirely a place of wealth or comfort. Close to a quarter of our families, I would say, are socioeconomically working class or living in poverty. There's been a high level of need always, and I think that was really exacerbated when the COVID crisis struck.
It was really stressful. Actually, like a couple weeks ago, I got like a headache, really strong headache. And I went to the hospital and they said it was a stroke. I lost my job, everything closed, the school's closed, so I get a lot of stress.
So yeah, people were scared. They didn't know what was coming. A lot of the people in our school lost their jobs right away. Impact on Education came in saying, how can we help? And the district decided that the first thing to do was for sure to keep the food security going.
I think this was one of those act first, think later situations because there was no time to waste and we had to move really fast.
What do our families need beyond learning needs? For me and a few close colleagues, it shifted from its traditional focus to one about survival.
And we're really fortunate to be in a community with a lot of people who care.
First, I love my job. I love what we do. We do food deliveries every Tuesday and Thursday. No questions asked. You don't even have to be part of the district to get food. So you just show up, you tell them how many bags you need, and they will just put them there for you to grab. That's huge for the families because families sometimes don't want to tell you why they need the food. Some week they do, some week they don't, so we don't ask.
Community liaisons like Fabi said, how can I help? She found the families who needed her most, and she has spent this entire time driving in her car to visit families and bring them the essential supplies that they need and make sure that every one of those students knows that their school has not forgotten about them and that their school community is still here for them.
Hola Obed, ¿cómo estás?
Fue algo muy difícil porque pues no lo esperábamos. Luego en ese momento yo me acababa de dar cuenta que estaba embarazada casi hacia 2 meses y luego tener 5 niños para mí fue bien difícil.
I'm very worried of schools not opening for the physical, emotional, and mental safety of the kids. It's very hard on parents. I'm a mom and I've struggled with my son too for the home learning.
Fue difícil porque yo no sabía ni qué enseñarle porque mi idioma es español. Entonces no sabía ni qué hacer con él. Pero sí aprendió.
The truth is we have students and families who come to school with very little and are very, very reliant on the services that they get inside these school buildings. I'm really proud to live in a community where people care enough to donate their time and their talent and bring resources to the table and just say, how can I help?
Impact on Education for years has played this crucial role as an equity champion. They partnered with us in another way, buying several $1,000s worth of books that we then distributed. So to be able to partner with Impact on Education and have their funds immediately translate to things like food and books for students to keep them engaged is essential. And without Impact on Education, I don't know where we'd be.
Pues a mí me afectó mucho, Fabi, porque perdí hasta mi trabajo. Pasé 2 meses yo y mi esposo sin trabajo. Y prácticamente todo este tiempo que me ayudaron ustedes, o sea, fue una gran ayuda para mí, para nosotros, pues. El internet que tengo es de la escuela, pero las 5 que tenemos son de la escuela, son del distrito. No es lo mismo que vayan a la escuela porque le hacen más caso a los maestros que a nosotros los padres.
The only way to change societies, to change futures, and to really help is through education. We know for a fact that a hungry kid can't learn. So if we keep going the food and we help the families, that takes off a little burden of the pandemic and everything that's going on that is so impactful to all the families.
Chao, Nesta. Bye.
Bye, Javi.
Bye, Adriana.
And that's how impact on education is such an important part of this puzzle, because with their money and with their help is that we have been able to keep this going.